Yeah, man, I'm just talking trash right now, but I am about to break up and we're going to get this started, man. I'm so excited to have this dude join the show. Um, One of the first people that I thought about when this kind of like Instagram live thing started happening, I was like, I'm gonna have to get OZ on at some point. So I'm glad that we're able to connect in this way and really have a
Yo,
conversation, man. How you doing, bro?
what's up, bro? I'm here, man.
You here? That's
I
good. I
thought
like that.
I thought I was gonna miss you like for a second because I just ran to get some water, but I've been sent the request to come on.
Oh snap! Yeah, I just saw it pop up and I grabbed it. But yo, no harm, no foul. Luckily for you, I know how to talk. So
Word.
nah, man. What you getting into this evening? I see you're in the studio. You creating music tonight?
I'm not creating music, but I'm in here, spending my last few moments in here because I'm preparing for something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna put that out, but you got big things popping.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I got a son on the way. That's something to put out there. You know
yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
amazing, man. That's amazing. When
Yes,
is
sir.
when is the little boy coming? Supposedly, they come on their own time, but
His due date is April the 3rd.
April the 3rd. That's coming up. I know,
That's
I know,
coming up.
I know a lot of people born on April the 3rd. Man, that's good company.
Yo, it's so many people born in April. It's crazy. I ain't been sleeping on the Aries or nothing, but sheesh, it's
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah, yeah. I'm late April, yo. I'm the 22nd, so I'm Taurus. I switch signs on you.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I just know that information.
Hey, look, I'm still talking to you, but I'm about to send this out to a few people too, if you don't mind.
No, please, please do, and that'll give me a chance to give you a nice little introduction, so the people here can know a little bit more about you, man. So while this man is sending off his invites, this is OZ. You can find him at O-Z on Instagram and all that, but you can also find him everywhere. If you don't know about the StationHead app, it's a really cool app that allows you to basically have your own radio station and bring people up for conversations within that and share music, and people can request songs. It's really cool. And this dude OZ is on the front lines of it with his show All Out Radio. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's every night at 7 o'clock.
It
Um,
is it is every night at 7 o'clock. Like I was telling you, like maybe about since about the past week, I kind of had it on a standby just for like random shows until I know exactly what's going on with the delivery and all that. You know what I'm saying?
I think people can understand that, bro. Like,
Yeah.
there are certain priorities that jump above, music sometimes.
Yeah.
But besides that, first off, you're just a really dope rapper, a lyricist kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? And that was proven over the course of the RVA Rap Elite March Madness tournament last year, where it was the first time it's ever been done. But they got together 64 MCs and paired them one versus one in a bracket style. And this man came out the winner after multiple weeks, which was amazing. That's when I first was like really discovering you know what I'm saying? And so that was really cool to see. You also do audio engineering for people in the area. You have your own clothing brand. You are one of the biggest local art supporters that I know. You're always copping somebody's stuff. And you have a big show coming up with artists like Big B and Mix and Rossetti coming up here at the end of April. So we have a lot to talk about, OZ.
Hell yeah. Can I ask you one question?
Are you okay? You're starting. Go ahead.
Am I allowed to, like, during this conversation, do you mind if I smoke?
I don't care what you do.
Word. Word. Let me go ahead and spark my shit. No, I'm just playing. I just had to
I
ask that respectfully, you know what I'm saying?
no, hey, I understand. I mean, it'd be one thing if you were like actually in my house, because then there's more to it than that. But bro, you're in your own space. I If I told you,
Appreciate it.
hey, but here's my question: if I told you no, like, would that be cool?
If you would have said no, I'd have been like, word. The same way
Oh,
I said word.
hey,
I'd have been
well,
like, for sure. Thanks for letting me know that, bro.
yeah,
That's
well,
why I asked.
hey, I appreciate that, but no, you are all good, man. I want you to be comfortable. Um, but I do want to start at just kind of the heart of it, man. Like I came across you because you're a lyricist. Like your bars are real sharp. I know that you started more, not necessarily writing, but when you went, are you trying to always go for the sharpest bar now? Was that always what it started from? Or was there kind of like, oh, I just want to learn to rap, and then it's like, no, I see this lane and the sharpness that I want to go for.
I think me, I came in as far as like from a hip hop love standpoint, not even just rapping. Like I came into the game during the era where it was like you didn't even have to be a rapper, you didn't have to be a part of it. You seen how they carried it from a competition level, from an expectation level, from like a deep dive scientific tweezer level, reading between the lines level. Like it was just the science of it, you know, reading the lyrics in the book. And it was just like when I started doing it, like really taking it serious, I would say like 2006, 2007. Like when I wrote, I'm not gonna sit here and say I tried to write the sharpest bar,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I definitely paid a lot of attention to every bar that I was writing in the aspect of like making it all make sense. Like or even sometimes when I'm not making sense in it. Because sometimes I feel like I'm like freestyle writing or I'm just writing just to go. And it'll still come together from a format of like just having that experience from what I've heard in the past. I'm not taking nothing, but just all those different flows and melodies come together. And when I write that, I try to stick to some type of format. I don't even know what it is, to be honest with you. It kind of doesn't make sense, but it's like there's like a feeling that I feel, and there's like an energy that I go with when I'm writing, and then when I feel that feeling, I know that I'm locking in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Who were you studying? Who were you reading the liner notes? And I've heard that you're like a Biggie fan, or you were a big Biggie fan early on in life. But who else was like really catching your ear?
Somebody that I was really studying and like on some bar for bar type shit, Big L for sure. You know what I'm
Ooh.
saying? Like Big L's been blazing, always been. Before I put the braids in, I used to let the waves spin. You know what I'm saying? Like he be saying crazy shit.
So okay, so you're a fan of New York rap for sure. You know, you got your Biggie, you got your Big L. I've heard you like Jay-Z as well. Like, what is it about like that style? Because if you're asking me, like, I think that is where like sharp lyricism came from, was New York. And so is that why you're kind of drawn to that? Some of the other genres of hip hop and rap are a little more like songy or poppy or gutty and griddle, and it doesn't matter. But like New York is sharp for the most part.
You know, by default, I would say I wouldn't put a region on it. I would say East Coast, but by default, there's just a lot of people that came from New York that was like in the forefront that had more attention. You know what I'm saying? But I
They
do.
created it.
I'm half Panamanian and I'm half Jamaican, so it just so happened that both sides of my family, I would say about 95%, live in Brooklyn, New York. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I do have a heavy influence from my family in New York, and that definitely played a role coming up in what I was hearing. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know? Speaking about like sharp lyrics and New York stuff, man. Jay-Z said one time, you know, I want to rhyme like common sense, but I did 5 mil. I ain't been rhyming like common sense. Is there ever a balance that you try to strike in your verses, or does it kind of like does the balance come naturally? Do you ever find yourself leaning too far to the lyrics and being like, this is too hard and or too far the other way?
Nah, like I said, like before, like I keep the balance and the energy. Like whatever energy I have, I try to stay there. But I wouldn't say that I ever feel like I'm going overboard because technically, like the finishing product or what I write might not be everything I wrote. You know what I'm saying? So based off of the feeling of certain things that I'm saying, I might be like, I'm gonna hold off on this right here because that might not work right here. And then it might not, those bars might never make the cut. But believe it or not, those bars might get thrown in somewhere like copy and paste. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like how do you work mostly? Do you sit down like with a beat, you write the thing? Do you write way too much and then edit out? Like, what is your process that you go through when you're creating?
Like here lately, it's been more writing with the beat. You know what I'm saying? Like actually tapping in and trying to make, you know, find the right pocket. I like to get in the pocket of most beats I fuck with. So it's like definitely gotta have, I don't have to have the beat, but like if it's a request, you know, say I'm a feature, you know, on something, I'm gonna definitely need the beat. Like I know people that they don't need the beat for the feature. They'll be like, yo, if you can't send it right now, tell me what you gonna be talking about. I'll start writing a verse and make it work. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, I think hearing, especially like if you're doing a feature for somebody, like knowing what their expectation and what their feeling is through the beat really helps you kind of like pick your own spot. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, how is that when you're working with another artist? You know, creating your own music is one thing, but when you're sitting in the studio kind of crafting somebody else's project of love, like how do you go about that?
For me, it's easier to work with other people and or on other people's music. Because being an engineer first, it's like it's easier to work with other people versus just myself. Because sometimes I might be like a little bit too critical and not even knowing it. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't even say that I'm. Well, nah, I am kind of critical. I ain't gonna lie. Like if I don't like something or I hear something that ain't right, I'll say the shit. But with myself, maybe I might not be as critical to the point to where I might not, there might be moments where when you got somebody else, that's that extra push, you know what I'm saying? And it's easier to like bounce off of ideas and like I work better in group settings, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to like, you know, working at anything. But at the same time, obviously you spend a lot of time alone when it comes to like creativity and like trying to like spark new ideas and shit. So yeah, working with people, I like it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I need to work with more people. It's just hard to like just be like, I'm gonna work with you and I'm gonna work with y'all, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, how did the relationship with Big B come together, where you were really working with his album and helping him put that together?
well, you know what I'm saying? The dope part. Shout out to Big B. I know you out there somewhere, bro. I can't look and see, but I know he can. What up?
He's there.
Um, All Out Radio. You already know. Man, I met him. I seen him a few times at the Rap Elite shit, like before, like when it was Lyricist Lounge. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Like
yeah,
before it
yeah.
was Rap Elite. And you know what I'm saying? He was one of the dudes that was like, I wasn't even going to them. I was just watching the footage, and he was one of the dudes that I would remember because he was consistently at most of them. You know what I'm saying? So then when I started going, he was there, and it just so happened the first time I went, he actually was in the group with me when we went on stage to perform. You know what I'm saying? But I think I want to say after the Madness tournament though. Like after the Madness tournament, I started mixing a lot of projects and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like I'm gonna assume that he peeped that I was in work mode and was like, yo, now is the time to holler at this man. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it happened. He hit me up and was like, yo, I know you got some shit going on, but I'm working on this actually he had already had the majority of it done. I just jumped in from the actual mixing process. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So that was dope right there, because that's actually the first time I did a full project. I've mixed songs for people that I didn't record, but actual full length project, that was the first time. You know what I'm saying? So I learned a lot of things and got to try some new things, and it was pretty cool.
It like is that something you'd be interested in doing more of, like mixing full projects and things like that?
Yeah,
Word.
yeah.
Um, Now I'm sure you and Big B spent a lot of time as you guys were mixing it together. Is that how this show on April 24th came up? Because I heard it sold out. So congratulations to you guys for that at the Hoffheimer. Um,
Appreciate that. Shout out to Big B and Mix and Rossetti. It sold out fast, Joe. You know what I'm saying? The way that came about was technically like a parallel behind the scenes situation. You know what I'm saying? Like um, the Hoff reached out to Big B. You know what I'm saying? And in the background, I had been trying to figure out a perfect way to set up like a all out event. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? Shout out to Mark Ferg, shout out to Eric Penn, shout out to Zaya Queen. I'm gonna throw them names in there too.
Those are all
Um,
fantastic Richmond artists.
you know what I'm saying? We was trying to do it like I was trying to do something crazy, and I'm still in the mix of it, but in the mix, if you know, you know. But Big B got it popping before I did, and him and the Hoff got some shit going on in the background. Next thing you know, the flyers were made, the people who put on it. There's some special guests that's gonna be there. Um, yeah, there might be a few extra possible tickets for people, but those details will come out soon.
I didn't raise attention to myself. That wasn't me.
Oh nah, we did.
I'm just saying, like, that might be my birthday weekend. No. That's gonna be exciting, man. I think that show is gonna be amazing. When I saw the lineup for that, I was very like hyped because you got a bunch of like heavy hitters, lyrical hitters. Correct me, man, because I'm still trying to learn all this. Is Rossetti from Virginia Beach or is he from right around here?
Rossetti is from Petersburg, Virginia.
Petersburg, Virginia, and that's where you're at, right? Petersburg.
I'm in Petersburg right now.
Bet. But you're kind of from all over the state. Like you bounced around a bunch. Where did you stay at growing up?
I'm from Newport News, so I wasn't born there, but I pretty much was raised. That's where I did everything. I was raised there. Went to all my schooling there. You know what I'm saying? Bad News, Virginia. If anybody out there is from Newport News, what it do? You know what I'm saying? We have a special connection. It's almost like the way bikers ride by each other, they see each other, they do a little nod. It's like you just know when it's somebody from the news. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all got a lot of lingo that nobody else has.
That shit's crazy. I haven't. You want to know what's crazy? As far as that's concerned, you are very right because I've been up here for the past 12 years, and every time I go home, they got a whole new word that they're using. This shit's just crazy.
Yeah, I'm from Northern Virginia, and I say things down here like I can't remember what I said the other day. When somebody was like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Y'all don't say that. I've been saying that since I was like 5. Is that another thing?" Okay, that's a Nova thing.
That's funny.
Nah, but that's
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Sure, bro.
Cause like we got that song together.
Yeah, we do.
And, like,
yeah, it's a good song too.
I'm sure you was probably gonna figure out a way to talk about that at some point. There's no way you wasn't. But I just wanted to ask you, what was going through your mind when you was like, yo, who, like, what am I'm trying? Was you just hitting up random people when I was one of the randoms?
Nah, man, you were the only person that I hit up for that verse.
That's crazy.
Because honestly, man, like I was just getting back into music, so I don't really have that many music friends. Like me doing HearRVA is me trying to make friends for myself as an adult, basically.
That's fire.
Yeah, and so I think it's going pretty well. Thank you all for being my friends.
Crazy.
But, so no, but like I at that point I was watching like the RVA Rap Elite thing had happened, and like you were definitely on my radar, and we had kind of like talked because I'd been like playing some of your music and stuff. And so like when I was like, yo, I really want 2 great MCs on this, and I was like, well, I know one in Giant, and I was like, and OZ seems like a cool guy that would be willing to work. I was like, why not just ask him? And I sent you like the idea, and you were down, and yo, it was that easy. It was beautiful.
And you know what's crazy? That was the second time, though. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Remember? You reached out to me the first time. I don't even know what happened the first time. Maybe I didn't respond fast enough for some shit. I had too much going on or something.
That song was tight too, but you know.
That was right in the beginning of the Madness tournament, though, in fairness.
Yeah. No, I'm not blaming you, man. It all worked out how it was supposed to. And honestly, man, like that song is still really dope. And I know Ant the Symbol song, really. That he really appreciates it, and it gets a lot of spins on his streaming services. So, yo, thank you again for that.
Appreciate it. That's what's up.
Speaking of streaming, go ahead.
I was gonna say that's one of my favorite verses, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's sharp, man. I go back to it a lot, especially like the Mr. Clean joint when I'm like walking around the house picking up things. But yeah, so speaking of like, Rap Elite and streaming services and all that, man, tell me more about All Out Radio, because like every time, like I've got on a couple times, and you have like a legit community of people on there that are interacting and are hyping each other up and are just encouraging to each other's musicians and encouraging styles and putting people onto other music, and it's always like a really positive space. So like, how did you come about that idea?
Yo, dope. I literally, when I got put on, make a long story short, I already had a idea with going all out. You know what I'm saying? This was before StationHead the radio thing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So All Out Radio initially was supposed to have been like a way to get artists together, like a community of artists that can bounce and feed off one another, from streams to dreams to ideas to everything you could think music, and trying to get to the next level, even if technically you never get there.
Yeah.
And now, futuristically seeing it, I see it more like a ecosystem, like somewhere that you can come to for everything music. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like with the radio station. What actual what our regular radio stations are for. You know what I'm saying? You technically get a lot of information from them. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
it's like now it's like a what's understood ain't got to be said type of thing, you know, as far as with the artist and who you know and who you get to know and the things that come from it. Like right now is I've met a lot of friends since I've started it, like you said,
Yeah, yeah.
and in the benefits and the energies and the things that we're able to do together, move and seeing in the future is just, it's almost like a dream in the aspect of what every artist wants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's my goal with all our radio, to be able to portray that same energies to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I want to touch on this, man, because like that goes into community and like building each other up, and music is a mission, not a competition, that kind of thing, man. Like it feels like this generation of artists is a lot different than like 15, 20 years ago, when it was very much like me, mine. There's only $1 and somebody's got to get it. I think now people are starting to understand that there's enough dollars to go around, and you don't
Mm-hmm.
have to be a #1 selling record to make a living. You have to have a dedicated fan base. And so like, tell me how the community building is really, affecting the music that you guys are making, but also like, are you seeing bigger things happening because of this, like pulling together of your resources?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Um, Definitely is from the song creation aspect. You know what I mean? Not even to dive in exactly what songs it is that I'm creating and with who, but from that aspect, we've been coming at it with a lot more thought from how we gonna drop. Like the rollout matters. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that it didn't before, but I'm willing to say that when I dropped music previously to now, I was definitely real hyped to do it in the aspect of like, I can't wait. I was in a rush. I wanted everybody to hear it now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And now it's like whatever music that I'm a part of or I drop, you know what I'm saying? The calculation is gonna be there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And the coming together of it all, like you were saying, it's like it's dope that the people that all came together I was already dealing with before, you know what I'm saying? But it's almost like it was like a whole full circle type of thing. Like it was supposed to happen for real, to be honest with you. And I don't think nobody that is a part of it would tell you any different.
That's super dope. Who, you're speaking about the rollout mattering, and that's a lesson I'm learning as well, because I my previous rollouts for stuff is garbage. But who are you looking at now? Like, who recently has inspired you for like really cool, interesting, provocative rollouts? Like for me, like I know like last year, Smith Knight did the thing where he had like the 12 different like promotion as the days going up, and each one was a skit. And like this man had like really thought out his promotion. Like, who are you watching
Definitely.
that's kind of like,
So you mean like in general or locally?
I mean, locally, really, but I mean, in general too. Like, who's
Yo,
just making it
locally,
sharp?
locally, I would have to stand right on par with that. Like Smith Knight's rollout with the way he put his shit out, I ain't never seen nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot. He doing it. I've seen stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, but it's almost like it seemed like the first time again when he did it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like with the whole painter thing and like how they was doing all the different stuff, and I definitely like that a lot.
So it's
Um,
a lot of thought going into that one.
it's a lot of thought, and I like how Noah Obi dropping his shit. It don't seem like, not to say that it's not no thought, but it does seem like he just might spur the moment, be like, you know what, this boom, and then it just start rolling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Except for his clothing, definitely gives you a behind the scenes look at how that's coming,
Facts.
which is cool, man. And speaking of clothing, bro, like I got this joint over here over my shoulder, man. Like, uh, you might recognize that, but you have like a
Yeah,
really
I do.
clean. Oh, you got it on too? Well,
Yeah,
I'm repping my own today, but I got you. But like you have a very clean brand. You know what I'm saying? What's your goal with that brand? Is that for you as an artist? Is that for your artist brand, or you want that to be something else, a little more standalone?
that's my art. Well, You caught me slipping. I was about to say that was my artist brand.
That's my job, though. I gotta catch you.
Initially, when I did start out, though, to be honest with you, that was the idea. It was just like something to push for OZ. You know what I'm saying? Like everything OZ. You know what I'm saying? But then, like when I started to brand it, I seen it as a brand. Ain't that funny? Like I didn't technically see it as a brand before. I just seen it as, like you said, like just merch and like just some shit to show up with at my shows and like to be like for visibility. But it's definitely something that a lot of people like. The reactions I be getting from people that I've known for a long time or I've just met, and how they're all like in the same. You know what I mean? Like the way they feel about it, and like, yo, that logo is crazy. Like, you know, I can't even explain it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen a whole different light in it, so it's definitely bigger than me. You feel me?
Ooh, that's what's up. Yeah, there's a different vibe when somebody tells you like, "Oh, you made that? I'd wear that on a hat." You're like, "Okay."
Hell yeah.
Like,
Yo,
all
I
right.
had aprons. You know what I'm saying? Like people was buying aprons with that joint on there. Like,
Like
you know, I
cooking
could
apron.
cooking apron, bro.
Did it
Literally.
have? Hey, did it have pockets? Hold on. All right, we're gonna get a visual aid. I like this. Show and tell time. Oh, that's fire. But not too fire. You gotta get the extinguisher close to you. But yeah, that's.
Hey,
I
but
love
look
it.
though, I
I
got
love it.
this.
Hey, I know that hat. That's what's up.
Yeah, Steeler pride.
Hey, and I knew that you was a Steelers fan. That's why you got that one, fam.
I
Uh,
appreciate that.
hey
That's
man,
fire.
no problem. You're a dude who's into a lot of things, got a lot of different ducks on the pond, whatever metaphor we want to use. I want to really like ask you as a person, like everybody talks about the law of attraction, right? Like, oh, I'm dreaming of something and so it comes to me, right? Is it
Hmm.
is it that, or is it more of the law of attention? If you're doing your thing and you're looking for stuff, it's actually all around you the whole time. I kind of wanted to get your perspective on, is it something that you attract and manifest, or is it you kind of actually wake up and look at the opportunities that are actually around you?
I definitely would say it's a clean balance of both. It's definitely a clean balance of both because it's like every day I wake up, I be thinking of new shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say and lie to you. So it's like, not if you're not waking up and thinking of new things, then the the law of attraction probably wouldn't work because you wouldn't be able to acknowledge what you're attracting. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you're attracting it, that's because you if it's coming your way and you thinking it's coming because you was thinking it, then that's both. You know what I'm saying? And I be
Sure.
feeling like that's what's happening. Like I'll be thinking of shit all the time that might not even correlate in the way that it turns into.
Hmm.
But then when I look back at the thought of it, and I'd be like, yo, this is what I was thinking. This is what we was talking about.
You
You know
can
what I'm saying?
trace it all the way back. Yeah.
I'm the type of person to take the steps back to get to the root of it and make the calls like, yo, bro, you remember when we was XYZ? Bro, A, B fucking Z, bro. Like ABZ. Like it
A,
happened.
B, Z.
Like, yo, I can't believe it. It happened so fast. That kind of all out was kind of like that, believe it or not. Like before StationHead hit, you know what I'm saying? Me
Well,
and Big B.
that's why I kind of like, I think it's more of like kind of the law of attention, maybe slanted on that side, because that all out radio thing, that opportunity can pop up. How many people heard about StationHead and didn't do anything? But you were paying attention and ready and willing, you know what I'm saying? And so like that opportunity popping up was a green light, you know what I mean?
I could be fair. I could be fair and say that if it wasn't for Clubhouse times two, I wouldn't have been on StationHead. I say times two because like Clubhouse got me in the motion of like checking like the new and being hip and like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then also because I was on there and I was already on the motion of checking the app a lot, I was able to catch them having a valuable conversation about StationHead. So then I went from there and hopped on station. And I swear, I ain't even lying to you. I haven't been on Clubhouse since. Not even once. Matter of fact, I have. I've been on there maybe like 3 times because I have to set my notifications off and they only let you do it temporarily.
You know what? I was wondering why they started blowing my phone up the other day. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
no, I turned
It's
these
like
things off.
every 2 weeks you got to keep turning the notifications off.
You know,
But Yeah, bro. So, oh no, no, I was gonna tell you though, like, me and Big B, we was working. Well, after he dropped his project, you know what I'm saying? He hit me up the following week, and he's like, "Yo, look at my streams, it's crazy." You know what I'm saying? And the numbers was crazy. Then the next week, they was crazy. They went up. The numbers went up. You know, normally the next week they go down drastically. You know what I'm saying?
After the first week
Yo,
release, yeah.
they went up again. And then I was just like, oh shit. So then the third week, it went down, but barely. It was still pretty much on par with what they've been doing. So we was like, yo, we got to figure out a way to goddamn get it, like, keep it consistent. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But what's crazy is StationHead popped in the mix literally like a week or two later. So Big B was lucky enough to get on the app and promote with the fresh energy of just dropping a project. You know what I'm saying? And when I say that shit spread through the app, it spread through the app. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people was playing the music. So that's thanks to him. I definitely say a lot of people started catching wind on some of our music as well. Because I was spreading it, but his music was spreading fast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout outs to Big B. Now, you also have had a lot of the music that you played on your station be like the most downloaded song on StationHead. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of artists have hit in a widespread market? I mean, I know that you play a lot of Ferg, Mark Ferg. I know you play Mix and yourself and Rossetti and all these like rap elite people. But like, who's kind of spread out a little bit? You know what I mean? And been one of those songs.
Be honest with you, everybody, I don't want to say everybody, but the majority of the people that started on the app with me, like when we came on and we was all like rallying together, um, we've all had a different level of success on the app. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely would say, proud of my boy Mark Ferg. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tea Time. You see Queen Tea Time Jams.
Yes.
She's one of the
She
the
got a
number
great
one.
show on there.
Yeah, she one of the number one stations on StationHead. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
appreciate you tuning in. Oh, yeah, and by the way, if you guys don't know Mark Ferg's album, Planet Earth is a Ghetto, but I Still Love You, it is ridiculous. The first like 2 seconds, the opening notes, the dun, 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 dun,
yeah,
dun, you know it's
hell
different.
yeah,
You know it's different. So
it's
please go check it
crazy.
out. He's in here now, Mark Ferg, like Planet Earth is a Ghetto, but I Still Love You. It's a great album.
Proud of you, Mark Ferg. Definitely proud of you. I've known him going on like 14 years. You know what I'm saying? Like we dealt with like the same group of people, and when he was in school at VCU, it was like he was always active. You know what I'm saying? And as far
Wait,
as like
you were at VCU?
I wasn't, I wasn't in VCU. I wasn't in VCU, but my brother, to be specific with you, my brother's girlfriend at the time was at VCU and she was a dancer. So she knew a lot of, like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the people from the school. So we by trade or by default met all the same people. And that's how I
Yeah.
got to meet Mark Ferg, you know what I'm saying? And like, shit's crazy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I still be blown away. Not to think that I wouldn't have never seen him get to where he is, because I've always seen him as being talented and creative, and had fashion and trendy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's still shocking to me though. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be like, yo, that's crazy. I seen a picture on DJ Ray Vaughn's page. Him and like his crew had got back together, so they took like a what up picture, like the bros.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody in the picture look like they like, yo, what up, the bros? Mark Ferg's over there like
There's always one though.
he's like posing and it's like, yo, I'm like, yo, that's my dude, man. He's still in artist mode.
Gotta be. That's funny, man. Yeah, because I was at VCU too, but I never crossed paths with Ferg. I mean, I saw DJ Ray Vaughan at different parties and things, but I was never like in that crew. But it's kind of funny, like how small the world is, man. It's interesting. But man, I got one more question for you, and this is a more like where is music going kind of question, because I know that you're a dude that thinks about this stuff, and like everybody's talking about NFTs and all that right now. I'm not gonna get into all that, but what I do want to ask you is like, is the idea of just putting out an album dead? Like, is it effective anymore? Is an album as important as it used to be, or is something else coming along? Because in my opinion, I feel like albums come out and we listen to them, but our society, we move past them so fast. Most people. I like to sit with my records. I like to, listen to my stuff. But we as a people, we move so quickly. Like, is the album the best vehicle for artists anymore?
I think whether it's an album, EP, project, or whatever, I personally feel, and, it's not even biased as an artist. I personally feel that it's definitely going to be your main representation of who you are or what you can give to the industry or the game or to any individual that wants to soak into you. But
what more can
the
you add
problem
to it?
the problem is I think from the consumer side,
Yeah.
which we don't really have too much control, or I guess depending on what tools you use, you might have a little bit, but you don't really have control over the consumer and what they want to listen to and how much they listen to it. And now that there's so much to dive into, you know what I'm saying? You can't expect, an artist, a fan to literally just only be listening to your music.
Yeah.
15 years ago, I'm sure there still are, but 15 years ago, 20 years ago, it was people that only listened to that one person. You know what I'm saying? It might have only been for like 2 months, 3 months at a time that they did it. But when whoever they was listening to, that's who they was rocking with. You know what
I
I'm
did that.
saying?
I did that with Little Brother and Foreign Exchange for like 5 straight years.
And that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter how good or bad the song was. You still listen to the songs you didn't like from them. You let it run. You was like, you know what? Let me try to listen to this song again because it sucks. And let me try to find a way to like it. And you did. You know what I'm saying? And now you like that trash record. It's like there's a lot of records from artists that I like, even some of my favorites that I would consider like on a scale of 1 to 10, a 3. You know what I'm saying? A 2.5. But I still know the words to that shit. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And
One of my favorite Biggie verses is the joint he did with Shaquille O'Neal. You Can't Stop the Rain.
crazy. I'm weak.
Yo, I'm serious. Go back and listen to that. That beat is hard. And it's Shaq rapping, and then Biggie comes on, and this rain in the music video. It's crazy.
I remember the video. It's crazy. I just seen that video recently because I was looking up Shaq shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Shaq's living his best life right now, man. He's doing whatever
Yeah,
he wants to do.
yeah.
Man, I really appreciate you coming on and talking with us and telling the people what you got going on, which is a lot, by the way, man. But yeah, man, if you want to shout out All Out Radio one more time so the people know when and where to find you. I know that it's a little touch and go for a couple days until we figure out when your next big drop's coming. You know what I'm saying, little baby boy. But
Hey,
after that, I'm sure you'll
what
get back to some
what
sort
I
of
can definitely say is whenever I'm live or whenever I'm going live, everybody that's been in the know and been following, you're gonna definitely know because I'm gonna
cool.
let it be known. I'm gonna post it everywhere. If you're not following All Out Radio on IG, make sure you follow that. You know what I'm saying? Um, some things I'm working on right now are some websites. I'm getting some websites together. Um, yeah, I'm putting the package together, and then towards the end of the year, I plan on like trying to put together some music to drop. I could drop any day. Don't get me wrong, but like futuristically thinking, like how I see it, I don't see myself putting out like a project till November, December, maybe even January.
Well, you make sure you slide that our way, man, so we can help you
Now
promote.
that's a solo project I'm talking about, like just
Like all
me,
you, no features.
like just me. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that I might not be doing a project with somebody or with some people. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Not that's dope, man. Yeah, definitely let us know when your project is dropping because we will have you back on again, and hopefully it'll be a different thing where it's not IG live, man. I can actually like dap you up and stuff.
I appreciate that. Hey, look, you still up there, right? At CBS 6 and all that, right?
I still have a job, yeah, man.
Man, look, we need to go ahead and petition it. They let you get a segment where you interview people just like this on TV. You know what I'm saying?
You might not have to petition for that. I'm trying to make some things happen. I mean, a petition would always help.
Yo, I want to tell you, I appreciate you for doing this, but I also want to thank you personally for putting my music, my girls' music, even most of my friends' music on the news. Cause like, bruh, I've got a lot of praisal about a lot of shit that I've done. You know what I'm saying? From the madness shit to whatever's going on. there's no praise that I've got like how I got for my music being played on the news. Like the way people hit me up personally and was like, yo, I just seen your shit on the news, bro. I'm proud of you, bro. Like they swear my rocket ship was taking off just because of that. You know what I'm saying? And that shit felt crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like I don't know how much you know that means to an artist like me, but that shit mean a lot, bro. And like it felt crazy to see, like, just even if nobody else was paying attention, I was looking at that shit and watching that shit over and over and over because I couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Anything that I can do, man, like that just happened to be an opportunity that I saw, and I thought this would be a great time to like put Richmond on, and I'm glad that everybody liked it and responded, and I was allowed to do it. But yo, thank you so much for those kind words, because to me, man, I'm just telling people about stuff that I like. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like the Jehovah's Witness knocking at your door, being like, "Yo, you want some dope ass music?" Like that's how I feel, and so man, you know. That's fire, man. I really appreciate you saying that. Thank you, dude.
Already had to, definitely.
I appreciate it, man. That means a lot. Thank you, dude.
You already know. Hey, look, everybody listening, HearRVA. You was going all out before me. You know what I'm saying? So I want to definitely let you know that too. Like seeing how you was moving with how you was getting all the different artists and shit. I was like, yo, it's only one way to go. You know what I'm saying?
You're right, because I can tell you this, and I'm sure I'm speaking for you as well. Like, we're not done. This is the start. So please
Facts.
join now, because this is going.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, thank you so much, bro. We're gonna talk offline another time soon, because I just like you as a person. But yo, thank you everybody for joining us, man. Again, OZ at O-Z. That's on, it's dash spelled out D-A-S-H.
Exactly.
I had to let them know. But O-Z. Also, if you go to the HearRVA page, it's there. You can just click it. You don't have to type it in. So that might work as well. All Out Radio on IG is one word, but it's not all one word in real life. So just know how that's a thing. But yo, man, I appreciate it. Thank you so much to everybody that's tuned in. I'm about to go downstairs and have a glass of wine and chill with my fam for a minute, man. Good luck, bro. Hey, good luck with your baby boy coming. Tell mom. Good luck. Y'all get through it, man. Be chill, breathe easy, he, and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, bro. Did you I was about to say, did you hear that? Because she watching.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that's the tempo she should be doing to that, but you know,
hell no.
It's the point. I just was trying. Hey, man.
All right, yo, I appreciate it.
Love
Take
y'all, man.
care.
Peace.